Mew2King versus PPMD. Mew2King Green Marth, PP original Marth. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to make you guys learn something from this. Pretty excited to watch this myself. I'm not sure if I ever actually got to watch this. But yeah, let's get started.
Oh, I see you got a haircut. I mean, I'm pretty sure I had this. I don't know you like that, man. I can't remember. Okay, well, I guess this is yeah. I guess we're starting off here. This is ESAM. Okay.
And one thing I do often when I analyze is I rewatch a situation like sometimes 2, even 3 times sometimes.
I don't know you like that, man. I can't remember. Okay.
Alright, so that's a pretty good start by Mew2King. Pretty good start by Mew2King. This is one of the things I describe for advice for new players. So what we can see Mew2King do here is he goes for a dash attack, reading that PPMD is going to move towards him. If you read that someone is going to try to attack you, especially if they're going to try to overshoot you and run extra far, throwing an attack super early out yourself is really good. And that's what we can see from Mew2King there. Actually, I'll turn off the commentary as well. So as you can see, fuck. So yeah, look at Mew2King's movement here. He read PP goes in, and he goes with a dash attack. Boom. So like, right here. He see PPMD moves towards him, and he throw out an early dash attack. This would have lost to a backdash from PPMD instead, something that he traditionally goes for. But around this time, PPMD's Marth was actually pretty new, so I don't think Mew2King really had prepared much for this set beforehand, like against PP's Marth, I mean. But yes, if someone aims for an overshoot with their attack, they run extra far to do a dash attack or grab or whatever, do an early attack yourself is really good. Same thing if you fight against a Fox. If you think it's gonna do an overshoot shine, like run super far and then shine, then just attack him straight away is really good. And that's what we can see Mew2King do here. It's a pretty good concept. Pretty good concept. Ooh. Good thing for Mew2King to not jump with down there. As we can see here, after a second downer, he notices that he's high enough and you just do a downer right away. Ooh. Oh, that was pretty sick. I like that edge guard by Mew2King. Okay, this is also super common. A lot of Marth players use this when they play against Cheek as well. So Mew2King lands with a fair here, right? And he buffers shield right away. He doesn't want to lose to a short up fair, maybe a dash attack, F tilt. He doesn't want to lose to a straight up move, like a sword move. So after he lands with fair, he buffers shield right away. As I said, this is also very common against Sheik. Like you fair a crouching Sheik and you buffer shield. You don't want to get F tilted. But what you can do instead here is that you use dash up grab and it beats the shield. But of course, it's a read. You can't entirely rely on, oh, shield is always good, dash up grab is always good. It's like rock, paper, scissors. You need to read your opponent. So let's rewatch that one more time. Mew2King, fair, buffer shield. PP aims for an attack right away. Honestly, too far to even hit an attack in the first place. That's not always the case. Depends on how you DI while crouching as well. Depends on how perfectly Mew2King spaces move. But buffering shield as a Marth land is really, really common. And you can use that to your advantage with any character. I use it with Fox, I use it with Peach. Maybe not that often into like run-up grab since Peach is very slow. But maybe a float cancel nair or fair on shield and then work from there. So important concept for sure. Ooh. Yeah. Good grab by PP. Okay, that one is also... This is something Mew2King uses against me a lot. He uses it against Wisrobe. Now I know PP is the one using it. But still, we're gonna replay that situation as well. Because it's very important. Very important. So PP gets the grab here. He knows Mew2King is gonna land very, very close to the edge. So what he does is that he short up fares, and if Mew2King techs in place, he's gonna get hit by the fare. If he rolls towards the ledge, he's still gonna get hit by the fare if PP does this properly. And if he rolls in, PP's gonna be able to land on the ground with the fare and dash grab him anyway. You can see Mew2King do this against Wisrobe, for example. He sometimes down throws. Wizzy lands closer ledge. He short up fare, and if Wizzy techs in place or roll towards the ledge, he gets hit by the fare. And if he rolls in, Mew2King can still dash back and punish. And we can see PP, he hits the fare and get a punish. But if Mew2King rolled behind him, he could still have grabbed. This is a very, very important and common thing that top players does. They cover the tech in place, slash roll away by doing one move. And if you do one of these options, you get destroyed. If you roll in, well, then you still get the grab. Like Fox, for example, can do this sometimes, like do a nair to cover tech in place. And if they roll towards either side, you can dash grab. You can't always do it. It's important to recognize when you have enough time and when you don't have enough time. But try to pay attention to this when you watch top players, and you can see that this is used more often than you might have realized ever before. Ooh. Missed the sweet spot. Ooh, great spacing by PPMD. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Oh, he tried to go for it here. You can see that he tries to go for it here. But a huge difference here is also that Mew2King had lower percent when this happened. So when PP tries to go for this setup, let's replay that. So he gets the grab. He goes for the same option here. But since Mew2King have a lower percent, he's gonna reach the ground earlier if he does have like the same straight away DI. So since he reached the ground earlier, he's gonna tech earlier, which means PP has a much smaller window to get the regrab if he rolls in. So percentage is something that matters a lot when you go for this. And yeah, as you can see, he missed the follow-up. Ooh. That's good. Very common as well. When people try to recover, they want to land with a move very often. I know Marvs sometimes mix up with a counter as they come down, which occasionally can be good. But it's very common that people fall down with an aerial. PP dash right out of sight of the range and gets a forward throw. And can combo. Destruction. Ooh, that was so close. That was a very early up B by PPMD. That was a bad one. Another bad up B. Yeah, that was a bit sloppy by PP, for sure. Down tilt grab. Another sloppy up B. Once again, PP very good. Mew2King jumping with an aerial from the ledge, as we can see here. PP space outside of the range and gets a grab. The double counter. That was a bit greedy by Mew2King. Mew2King's been jumping up from the ledge a lot. Look here. Yeah, he's jumping with fair, just gets crouched, down tilted. If Marv is off stage and jumps back with an aerial, like fair, or jump up from the ledge with fair, a lot of times you can actually like crouch punish him. Not always, but sometimes. Especially if he's doing it from off stage. And PP was close enough and got the down tilt and got the stock. Like fighting Mew2King close to the ledge is sometimes scary, but a lot of times you might be able to take his full stock if you do it. Good grab by Mew2King. Oh, he went for the same edge guard again. He expected PPMD, like right here, he expects PP to fast fall, and he wanted to cover that with an up B. But this time PP goes over him and gets a small punish for it. Also, really common thing. Actually, it's so many things. Every match I see, it's like so many things that is important. Wait, I think it already happened. Oh yeah, there it was. So this... Fuck. So this based fair that Marv does, a lot of times people spam shield grab. And a very common way to easily beat that is to use dash back and then go back in and grab. You can see Sheik players do this a lot as well. They space fair and shield, dash back, I grab whiffs, they go back in and grab themselves. Really common. And PP gets a grab. So be careful with your shield grabs. And if you notice that your opponent is shield grabbing a lot, then this is a good bait. PP's so good at that. See, like earlier on in the match, we talked about how Mew2King did an early dash attack to catch PP's attack. But now here, PP's resorting to more of the PP we know. Like, he dashed away from the attack and goes back in grab. PP's dash dance is absolutely fantastic. And here at the end of the match as well, he sets up for the same thing. Attack the tech in place. He notices he gets the hit. And then Mew2King SDs. But even if Mew2King rolled in there, I'm pretty sure he could have gotten a punish on the roll in. Ooh, that was good spacing by PP. Barely avoiding the down tilt and an F tilt instead. Honestly, sometimes I feel like when Marv players play this matchup, they kind of rely a little bit too much on people messing up the DI. Like, this forward throw should not lead to anything if you DI correctly, which it doesn't, and Mew2King just whiff punish the dash attack. Yes, if you do play against a Marv that always messes up the DI, of course you should take the punish. But if you play against a good Marv, you shouldn't really always gamble on them having bad DI on the forward throw. That was a good shield grab. Mew2King didn't space his fair at all. That was bad timing. Alright, I guess that works. Oh. Damn. PB almost got him twice with this same dash attack. Or dash dance movement. So Mew2King barely... Okay, no, he was invincible still. That's why I didn't go for it. But yeah, you can see the second time here. Mew2King goes for an early dash attack again. PP... Yeah. Okay, that looked a bit ugly. But yeah, pay attention to the movement here. Mew2King throws a dash attack, PP goes back, and then towards Mew2King again and gets a grab. I would say that's one of the most important aspects of this matchup, to have a good dash dance game. You don't always want to be the one to commit early. The dash attack we talked about on the first stock of the first match that Mew2King did, it works sometimes, but I wouldn't really say that early attacks is that good in the Marth Ditto in particular. It works normally better against players that like to approach a lot, and certain characters might have a higher tendencies of doing that. The Marth Ditto is more about waiting and baiting rather than like going super aggro and attacking early. Good fairs by PP. Oh, and that's also, yeah, since we got that question earlier, if you're a Marth player in PAL, that's how you normally end the combo. Instead of down air, you just do reverse up B. Works really good. Also looks very cool. PP's up B has been sloppy. Outside of that, he has played really good so far this set. Oh, no shield drops. That's what I hate mostly about watching old matches. Ooh, that waveland was sick. That's a very, very underused thing, even by today's standards. Choose jump and waveland backwards, or in this case, PP notices fair whiffs, and he knows that Mew2King, or like maybe not know, but he probably feels that Mew2King might go for a grab here, but PP recognizes that he has enough time to waveland. Mew2King misses his grab, and he didn't really get a big punish, but it was an opening that could have led to a lot of things. Like, see? That waveland back. It's sick. And Mew2King misses the grab. Yeah, it was a missed space dash attack. He could have gone for the safer option, which would have been like a normal grab. But I think he went for a bit extra. Good forward smash. Ooh, that was a crouch when Marth attacks from the ledge. PP could just have a crouch grab that, but he messed it up. That's a greedy forward smash by Mew2King. I really like that fair. This one. PP dash away. Avoiding Mew2King. And then, boom. That's sick. You can see Smash God Insane doing a lot of these. At least the matches I've watched. Good sharking by PP. How Mew2King, it worked one time. Now he has missed it twice. I feel like that edge guard is a little bit, maybe not gimmicky, but you shouldn't really go for it often. This is not where you want to be in the Marth Ditto. Or against Marth period. You do not want to be above Marth. Yeah, Mew2King is getting absolutely, absolutely destroyed. Ooh. Good spacing at the down tilt. Mew2King was invincible, so that's why that move missed. Yeah, he just killed himself. Oh, that was so good. Mew2King loves to edgeguard with F smash. PP knows that and just he spaces up B barely outside of range. That was beautiful. And as we can see here, Mew2King goes for the grab. PP dashes away, goes for his own grab. Yeah, and that's also, as we said earlier, this setup, forward throw, cover the tech in place, and then try to cover the roll in. It depends on like percentage, like how early you land relative to how early your opponent can act out of their aerial they just did. So it works sometimes, but really important to pay attention to when you have enough time and when you don't. Because now PP tried to go for the follow-up, and it didn't work because it's too early of percentage. Alright. I guess that works. Oh, that tech was sick. And Mew2King's setup was still... It was pretty cute. Side B up tilt. You can actually crouch Marth side B and get your own punish. Hbox, for example, crouches side B into a puff F smash. A way to counter that can be to do a double side B really quickly. For example... Oh, good spacing by PP and gets the edge guard. Okay, Mew2King didn't get punished for that F smash. I don't know. I just feel like that's... I can't blame him for doing that one since he didn't get punished. But I feel like Mew2King gambles a little bit too much on people having bad DI in this matchup. Oh, that was so good. See? This is what you can do instead. This is a perfect example. I'm so happy this happened. So, we have a forward throw scenario here. A lot of Marth will use spam F smash. Spam F smash. Pray that their opponent messes up. I'm personally not really a fan of that mentality too often. Like, of course, if it gives a huge reward if they mess up, go for it once in a while, but don't expect your opponent, especially not when they're as good as PPMD, to play bad. So PP goes for a forward throw here, and then he baits Mew2King's move. If PP went for an early dash attack, what Mew2King did here could have been good. But PP knows that this is a very common counter strategy for Marth to counter the dash attack or F smash or whatever. So he runs forward, drift back precisely in time, and then fair Mew2King on him by himself. So yeah, that sequence is really good. So if PP went for a dash attack here, Mew2King would have been okay. Maybe not entirely if PP crouch canceled and Mew2King spaced not properly. But still, the concept is important to notice. Instead of throwing out an early attack, PP go forward, barely outside of range. He misses the tipper. That fair is really good though. Fair covers very low. Marth can sweet spot around it, I'm pretty sure, but fair covers low. It's harder to sweet spot the fair than F smash, if I recall correctly. That's a shame. He mixed it up though. He didn't go for the up E this time. Oh, what? No! Okay, I'm so mad at that ending. But yeah, I guess some things to remember from this set. Ground movement, extremely important. The major factor PP is so good in this matchup is because I feel like he doesn't rush into things in an unnecessary way. He doesn't gamble on people playing bad in a sense. In this matchup, you normally do not want to strike first too often. Of course, if you notice your opponent's spacing is very off, then fine, you can strike first. But when two really high-level Marth players are playing, I feel like PP's style is by far the superior way to play this matchup. He often have this spacing where Mew2King or other Marth players for that matter, they think they can hit him, but they can't. And when they attack, PP dash back and with punish your lag. So very important. Some other things PP did really good was, as we said, instead of doing the random forward smash or dash attack straight after the grab, he lets Mew2King think that he's gonna go for these easy options, and instead he moves forward, drift back, lets Mew2King whiff his move, and then he goes in and punishes wall. So it's very important. Another thing we talked about was Marth's. If Marth spaces like a Theron shield, a very common response, especially the lower you go in terms of skill level, people spam shield grab, and PP dashed away and then also whiff punish the grab. You can see Sheik players do this a lot also, for example. That's also very important to remember. So I think that's probably the most important factors. This wasn't the longest set, and there was probably like quite a few interactions that didn't happen that would have been good to discuss as well. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more sets in the future where these other topics will get discussed. But I do hope you all have learned something from this.